Alright, gonna finish this up. Let's see what they have to say. See what he has to say on the magic. Remember candlelight.
Whence you came, where you are going, and to whom you must account. 551. Thirst after dessert, not reward. 552. Though modesty is a virtue, bashfulness is a vice. 553. Those that have much business must have much pardon. 554. Those who are feared are hated. 555. Those who in quarrels interpose must often wipe a bloody nose. 556. Though the mastiff be gentle, yet bite him not by the lip. 557. Thou canst not joke an enemy into a friend, but thou mayest a friend into an enemy. 558. 3 good meals a day is bad living. 559. 3 may keep a secret, if 2 of them are dead. 560. 3 things are men most likely to be cheated in: a horse, a wig, and a wife. 561. Tim and his handsaw are good in their place, though not fit for preaching or shaving a face. 562. Time enough always proves little enough. 563. Time is an herb that cures all diseases. 564. Tim was so learned that he could name a horse in 9 languages, so ignorant that he bought a cow to ride on. 565. 'Tis against some men's principles to pay interest, and seems against others' interest to pay the principal. 566. 'Tis a laudable ambition that aims at being better than his neighbors. 567. 'Tis a shame that your family is an honor to you. You ought to be an honor to your family. 568. 'Tis a strange forest that has no rotten wood in it, and a strange kindred that all are good in it. 569. 'Tis better leave for an enemy at one's death than beg of a friend in one's life. 570. 'Tis easier to build 2 chimneys than maintain 1 in fuel. 571. 'Tis easier to prevent bad habits than to break them. 572. 'Tis easy to see, hard to foresee. 573. 'Tis easier to suppress the first desire than to satisfy all that follow it. 574. 'Tis great confidence in a friend to tell him your faults, greater to tell him his. 575. 'Tis hard, but glorious, to be poor and honest. 576. 'Tis less discredit to abridge petty charges than to stoop to petty gettings. 577. 'Tis not a holiday that's not kept holy. 578. 'Tis a well-spent penny that saves a groat. 579. To bear other people's afflictions, everyone has courage enough and to spare. 580. To be intimate with a foolish friend is like going to bed with a razor. 581. To be proud of knowledge is to be blind with light. To be proud of virtue is to poison yourself with the antidote. 582. Today is yesterday's pupil. 583. To err is human, to repent divine, to persist devilish. 584. To lengthen thy life, lessen thy meals. 585. Tomorrow every fault is to be amended, but that tomorrow never comes. 586. Tom, vain's your pains, they all will fail. Ne'er was good arrow made of a sow's tail. 587. Tongue double brings trouble. 588. Too much plenty makes mouth dainty. 589. To whom thy secret thou dost tell, to him thy freedom thou dost sell. 590. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that have not enough wit to be honest. 591. Trouble springs from idleness, toil from ease. 592. Trust thyself, and another shall not betray thee. 593. 2 dry sticks will burn a green one. 594. Up, sluggard, and waste not life, in the grave will be sleeping enough. 595. Vainglory flowereth, but beareth no fruit. 596. Vanity backbites more than malice. 597. Vice knows she's ugly, so puts on her mask. 598. Virtue and a trade are a child's best portion. 599. Virtue and happiness are mother and daughter. End of section 5. Section 6 of Poor Richard's Almanac by Benjamin Franklin. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read for you by Michelle Fry, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Aphorisms 600 through 670. 600. Virtue may not always make a face handsome, but vice will certainly make it ugly. 601. Visits should be short, like a winter's day, lest you're too troublesome, hasten away. 602. Visit your aunt, but not every day, and call at your brother's, but not every night. 603. Want of care does us more damage than want of knowledge. 604. Wars bring scars. 605. We are not so sensible of the greatest health as of the least sickness. 606. Wealth is not his that has it, but his that enjoys it. 607. Weighty questions ask for deliberate answers. 608. Welcome, mischief, if thou comest alone. 609. Well done is better than well said. 610. Well done is twice done. 611. We may give advice, but we cannot give conduct. 612. What is a butterfly at best? He's but a caterpillar dressed. The gaudy fops his picture just. 613. What's given shines, what's received is rusty. 614. What signifies knowing the names if you know not the nature of the things? 615. What signifies your patience if you can't find it when you want it? 616. What's proper is becoming. See the blacksmith with his white silk apron. 617. What you would seem to be really. 618. When a friend deals with a friend, let the bargain be clear and well penned, that they may continue friends to the end. 619. When befriended, remember it. When you befriend, forget it. 620. When death puts out your flame, the snuff will tell if we were wax or tallow by the smell. 621. When knaves betray each other, one can scarce be blamed or the other pitied. 622. When knaves fall out, honest men get their goods. When priests dispute, we come at the truth. 623. When out of favor, none know thee. When in, thou dost not know thyself. 624. When prosperity was well mounted, she let go the bridle, and soon came tumbling out of the saddle. 625. When reason preaches, if you won't hear her, she'll box your ears. 626. When there's more malice shown than matter, on the writer falls the satire. 627. When the well's dry, we know the worth of water. 628. When the wine enters, out goes the truth. 629. When 'tis fair, be sure take your coat with you. 630. When you're good to others, you are best to yourself. 6:31. When you speak to a man, look on his eyes. When he speaks to thee, look on his mouth. 6:32. When you taste honey, remember gall. 6:33. Where bread is wanting, all's to be sold. 6:34. Where good laws are, much people flock thither. 6:35. Where sense is wanting, everything is wanting. 6:36. Where there's no law, there's no bread. 6:37. Where there is hunger, law is not regarded, and where law is not regarded, there will be hunger. 6:38. Where there is marriage without love, there will be love without marriage. 6:39. Where yet was ever found the mother who'd change her baby for another? 6:40. Wide will wear, but narrow will tear. 6:41. Wink at small faults, remember thou hast great ones. 6:42. Wish not so much to live long as to live well. 6:43. Without justice, courage is weak. 6:44. With the old almanac and the old year, leave thy old vice, though ever so dear. 6:45. Who dainties love shall beggars prove. 6:46. Who has deceived thee so oft as thyself? 6:47. Who is powerful? He that governs his passions. 6:48. Who is rich? He that is content. 6:49. Who is rich? He that rejoices in his portion. 6:50. Who is strong? He that can conquer his bad habits. 6:51. Who is wise? He that learns from everyone. 6:52. Who judges best of a man, his enemies or himself? 6:53. Who knows a fool must know his brother, for one will recommend another. 6:54. Willows are weak, but they bind the faggot. 6:55. Wish a miser long life, and you wish him no good. 6:56. Women and wine, game and deceit, make the wealth small and the wants great. 6:57. Words may show a man's wit, but actions his meaning. 6:58. Would you live with ease? Do what you ought, not what you please. 6:59. Would you persuade? Speak of interest, not of reason. 6:60. Write injuries in dust, benefits in marble. 6:61. Write with the learned, pronounce with the vulgar. 6:62. Why does the blind man's wife paint herself? 6:63. You can bear your own faults, and why not a fault in your wife? 6:64. You may be too cunning for one, but not for all. 6:65. You may delay, but time will not. 6:66. You may give a man an office, but you cannot give him discretion. 6:67. You may talk too much on the best subjects. 6:68. You may sometimes be much in the wrong in owning your being in the right. 6:69. Youth is pert and positive, age modest and doubting. So ears of corn when young and light stand bolt upright, but hang their heads when weighty, full, and ripe. 6:70. You will be careful, if you are wise, how you touch men's religion or credit or eyes. End of section 6. End of Poor Richard's Almanac by Benjamin Franklin. Read for you by Michelle Fry, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in December 2015.
Whatever. I mean, that's not what I expected at all. A bunch of quotes. That last bit was to the T. We were on point. what were they gonna put in here? Holy shit, what were they gonna do? Oh, I have a rabbit and a squirrel. I didn't realize. That's not what I wanted though. That was short and sweet. I liked it. Here we go.